Well, welcome. We're going to talk about zinc today. The zinc has been in the news a lot because you team it up with hydroxychloroquine, and that's supposed to um, quickly help people quickly get over the COVID-19, as many doctors have said. But there are so many other health benefits to zinc, and we need to know about them. In fact, as I was studying this out, I've always taken zinc when I start to feel a little under the weather, and it kicks it out. It helps kick it out pretty fast. I usually use that and oil of oregano and some olive leaf and some things like that. And, I'm good. But I did not realize the health benefits that go way beyond that. We need to be taking zinc, folks, because zinc is necessary for the activity of over 300 enzymes that aid in metabolism, digestion, nerve function, and many other processes. Yeah, that's a lot of processes, and we're going to talk about them. And just as an FYI, I'm not a doctor or a medical person, so you need to go study this stuff out yourself. Don't take my word for it, but the information's out there. And anyway, zinc is also important for the growth and development of the body. A lack of zinc may lead to conditions like diarrhea in children, stunted growth, and slow wound healing. The human body does not produce zinc. It does not, and it cannot store it in excess quantities, which makes it very, very important in your diet. A normal person has 2 to 3 grams of zinc at any given time, and it's used up in metabolic processes, and it's eliminated through excretory, urinary channels. So you've got to replenish it a lot. Now, a lack of zinc symptoms can be like retardation, low blood pressure, loss of appetite, weak immunity, diarrhea. It may even lead to retarded bone growth, loss of taste and smell, pale skin, fatigue. I don't know about if I should say that. Issues with men. A lack of zinc is also known to result in depression and cardiovascular disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and Wilson's disease. Now, that's a lot of stuff that just happens from the lack of zinc. Now, the most important food source in zinc, where you'll find it a lot in red meat and poultry. Now, there are some sources that are not food to us who follow the whole word. And so when you read it on certain sites, it's going to say oysters and lobster and crabs, a good source of zinc. But guys, that's not food. That's a whole nother program. Anyway, you'll also find them in other foods like beans and nuts and whole grains and dairy products and breakfast cereals. So there are places you can find zinc, but ultimately, guys, we've got to remember it's really not enough. Zinc is important for healthy immunity. It helps activate the T lymphocytes in your body, the T cells, and they control and regulate immune responses, and they attack infected cells. A lack of zinc in the body increases the risk of pneumonia and other infections in children and the elderly too, especially. Now, zinc is essential mineral in the antioxidant micronutrient that helps in decreasing oxidative stress. So it lowers inflammation in your body, in the wounds that you may have. Also, zinc helps with diarrhea because if you have an impaired immune system, the body's not able to fight infections that cause it. But zinc helps take care of that. Zinc, of course, we've learned with the Corona-19, which colds and flu, those are coronaviruses. This isn't the only one that's made the news, but zinc supplements, you can take them in lozenges. They help decrease the severity and the duration of colds and other illnesses, because it stimulates white blood cell activity and makes it ideal for reducing colds and infection and COVID-19. Yeah. Anyway, there's other age-related conditions that zinc helps with. Zinc helps with aging. Hey, we need to jump on that. Delaying the progression of age-related macular degeneration and vision loss. You take it along with beta carotene, vitamin C and E. Zinc helps slow the progression of AMD. It keeps your immune system going. Inflammation is a possible cause of many health conditions like arthritis and atherosclerosis. And guess what? Zinc helps reduce inflammation. So it also helps with those issues as well, because it functions as that antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agent to keep you healthy and keep those age-related things away. Zinc is essential for the repair of your DNA. The enormous development and enzymatic activity that take place during pregnancy make it one of the most important nutrients for infants and mothers. It also protects reproductive DNA inside sperm and from breaking down. So it gives a correct transfer of information. So you need zinc to help. If you're going to have a baby, you need to be taking zinc on both sides. Zinc helps with cognition. A deficiency of zinc can lead to neural damage as it increases the free radical activity in your brain. So zinc can pair it with vitamin B6, and it ensures proper function of neurotransmitters that communicate within the body. Zinc also helps your skin. Things like acne, lesions, ulcers, burns. It's going to help heal all that. And there are so many other benefits, prostate health benefits. Deficiency in zinc can cause an enlarged prostate gland and makes you vulnerable to cancer. It improves stress. And here's something, it improves taste and smell, because taste buds and olfactory cells are zinc reliant, and it is necessary for the proper development and growth of those specific cells. Zinc is also an anti-cancer potentially anti-cancer because of all the things that I've already listed. And here's something else. As we're aging, bone loss happens, but zinc helps fight that off. It controls bone loss. So they recommend 11 milligrams per day for men and 8 milligrams a day for adult women, but you can push those boundaries and go as much as 40 milligrams per day for a healthy individual. Again, I am not a doctor, nor do I have the information. I have this information. You do the research, but zinc is something that we need to make part of our diet, because if there's anything we've learned is that in today's society, we are lacking minerals and nutrients we need because the soil's been depleted and replaced with chemicals and other things. Anyway, take some zinc, folks. That's what we have for the health news for today. Anyway.
How wonderful. How wonderful. I don't know anything about it. I don't have a zinc mine anywhere nearby, so I don't know how to get my zinc. And will it keep me from getting old? I think I heard you say aging. It helps with aging. In what direction? I just won't get old. Can I cut a couple of years off?
It helps your skin stay healthy. It helps with any kind of vision loss you get with aging. It helps with the inflammatory processes that gives you hardening of the arteries and arthritis. So it keeps you healthy. It keeps you from having bone loss. It helps in that, which, you shrink sometimes as you get older. There are so many things. When I was studying this out, I was like, I have got to take zinc every day, not just when I'm starting to feel something happening, because that's the only time I've done it, but no more. Okay. I'm going to talk to John and tell him, go get me some zinc. And you do.
Right. And see, I'm not shrinking. I'm actually adding. It's not shrinking. So, and who is this JL Craig in the chat in here?
Well, it's Mr. Craig, and he's right. Too much of anything can hurt your body, and too much zinc can cause kidney damage. You need to research what is the proper amount, but don't look on natural or sites, because the medical community doesn't like you taking vitamins. They would prefer that you're sick. So, yeah,
because if you're well, you don't give them any money, and I like the way they do it in some of the foreign countries. If you go to the doctor and you're sick and you don't get better, you don't have to pay him. If we had that, we would have a lot more people that are well.
Well, all I know, there's a natural way Yah's provided for us to stay healthy and strong.
Right.
And if we can tap into that, and so much we've got to learn. We've got to relearn those things that the people that have gone before us knew so readily.
That's right.
Because we didn't take that information from the elders of our community. It wasn't passed down, or we didn't receive it. And so now we've got to rediscover those things that our families and our moms and dads, grandparents and greats knew. We got to relearn it.
I'll give you a real good example of that. When I was growing up during flu season, all the little old ladies, I was raised by my grandmother, they all drank elderberry wine every day. Well, what is sambucol made out of? They have proven that elderberry has something in it that disables the flu virus. The flu has a stinger that it uses to sting the healthy cell and invade it. And elderberry disables that stinger, so it can't spread in the body.
Huh.
Elderberry is a super nutrient.
Yes. And so, you know, that's just one thing. They may not have known why it worked, but they knew if they drank that little thing of elderberry wine during the flu season, they normally didn't get the flu. And if they did, they only had a mild case of it. So there you have it.
Oh. What about a shot of tequila? Will that help?
Well, it might help you feel a little better and help you sleep more soundly, but I don't think it does anything to get rid of the virus in your body.
It pretty much kind of makes you really, hey, ain't no big deal.
You might be happier, but, you know, hey. You don't want happiness in a bottle. You want joy in the Holy Ghost. That's what you want, Mark.
You know, John Lee Craig has a lot to say on this, does he? By the way, that's my husband, guys.
Just like, why isn't he just on camera or, you know, in here doing this? 'Cause I know he's there. He's already popped his face in. So,
well, he's doing his routine and he's getting ready for work. But you know what? I don't know if he's tuned in a while. It's nice having him in chat.
it is.
So, you know, one thing too that they talked about with COVID-19 is quinine, because that's what that hydroxychloroquine.
That's what it is.
And if you find some of the Schweppes tonic water and some of your tonic water, they have quinine in them. So people are drinking a little bit of the tonic water every day and taking their zinc.
I think you should keep it in stock. So, yeah, have it at your house.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.